Hello everyone, it's your bud. In today's video I can tell that I need to spend the entire day lying down on the couch or things will not go well for me. So I'm just gonna film a little bit in the morning. I always check my fish tank to make sure there's no dead or dying fish. And sorry I can't get this in focus, but there we go. So as you can see, there's some really tiny fish. The Guppies had some babies a few days ago, I think. Oops. Sorry for hitting that there. There's that one that's always in its spot over there. They all have their own little favorite spots that they hide in. There's a bunch right here who think that I'm gonna feed them. But I already fed them this morning, so they're going to have to wait. Still, though, they always get excited like this. So I'm just going to give you a quick look around the fish tank, make sure there's no dead fish, and then I'll leave this on a tripod for a bit so you can get some just nice, quiet aquarium. And yeah, sorry I'm not good enough to make a music video or a lore video for you guys today, but yeah, I can just tell all I have the energy for is cooking some food and then lying down on the couch. Ooh, let's get these guys in focus. So the trouble is right now my aquarium it's just good enough, well, it's just lit well enough for you guys to see all the fish right now, but what I usually do is I open up my window and let all the sun stream in, but if I do that there's probably going to be a bunch of glare. So before I get all the glare in, let's just make sure, let's do due diligence, make sure there's no dead fishies. I'm not sure you can see how tiny some of them are. They're just so tiny, aren't they? Aren't they just so cute? I thought, hey, I haven't filmed any of my fish in a while. I could do a really bad rendition of a song today, but even that, even performing some music today is just too much for me. Look how tiny these ones are. And I hope you can see this all right. Oh, I should probably show you what the roots look like. Not sure if you can see it there. The best roots are the ones over here. Yeah, you can see those pretty clearly, can't you? And sorry, you can see the reflection. So the lily pads are looking great. They're looking healthy. This one over here is the tea lily pad. I'm not exactly sure. I can't remember the exact name of it, but it had some, like, I don't know, it had some sort of name for like a tea something or other. I can't remember why, but this one has a pink flower and it's already spread a few different times. So yeah, these split like every year or so and they create a new offshoot. And then this one over here has finally started to split, but not very wide. I'm trying to get it to like grow out of some of the rocks over here. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to change some of the brightness here for me. Just changing some of my settings here. I'll be back in a second. Okay, so yeah, I have my camera set so that the LCD display on the back here is as dim as possible. That way I can save battery, because otherwise this thing dies in a moment or two. But then that way I can't really see what you're seeing. So now I've turned up the brightness on the back and now I can see what you're seeing. So now I can actually get some good quality fish, and that way I can know, yeah, you could see the roots there. Yeah, so look how deep those roots are. So yeah, sorry if my narration there before was a little bit out of it, but I couldn't see as clear as you because the brightness was so dim to conserve battery on the back. So yeah, no dead fishies that I can see. I only have 2 neon tetras, maybe 3 now left. I think there's just 3. There's this one with something over its mouth. There's this one that's large, and then where's the other second large one? Oh, yeah, they're all right there together. Would you look at that? So yeah, 2 large tetras that are doing well, and then one with something over its mouth. But I was looking at all the lily pads, making sure they're doing good. So yeah, there's the this lily pad over here that has the greener lily pads, and that one has some light white and pink flowers, but it hasn't come out yet, and it split 1, 2, 3, like 4, it's split at least 4 times. And then this one over here has some really, really cool, like purpley, splotchy lily pads that I really, really like. And then it has some deep blue flowers, but I don't think I've ever gotten those flowers to grow before. But it has split a few times and it's doing a lot better. You can see how just vivid green the plants are, so that's my sign that it's doing good. I love it when all the fish come to see me like this. Let's see if I can get more of them in focus. Okay, that seems to be about as close as I can get. But they're so playful, aren't they? And they're so colorful. I like that one with the orange diamond in the middle of its tail, some polka dots. Some of the orange have had babies with some other ones. Ah, there's blue. I really like the blue. Blue's probably my favorite that is alive right now. Although, wherever orange is, if orange is alive, I'm not exactly sure. I've lost a bunch. This one's another one of my favorites. This one that looks like, I don't know, it reminds me of like some sort of, reminds me of my guitar picks with the colors on the guitar picks, how they blend together. So there are lots of silvers. There's this one up here that has a different sort of tail. It's got like almost heart-shaped tail. Instead of a big fan, it's got 2 fans that combine into one. Let's see if I can, I'm not sure if you can see it there, but that tail's pretty brilliant. And almost red with the orange there. I like that one. Oh, I did say I was going to open up my window and let the sun in. Oh, there's another orange right there. As you can see, they like to sit up top there. That one was scared because it saw me. But a bunch of them just sit up top. So all of these lily pads, except for that purple splotchy one, are all of the ones from the right side of the tank. They've just grown all the way over. Which I keep moving them, but then they keep like moving by the end of the day back into the light. Alright, so let's see what happens when I open up my window. Are you ready for this? The light's gonna be crazy. I'm just gonna... And it's amazing. It's like this doesn't even exist anymore because all of this other natural light comes in and you can see my kitchen more clear than you can see this. However, sometimes I put something up front and that way the natural light can reflect straight into the fish tank, and that way it does help all of the plants grow a bit better. Oh, and sorry if the audio is a bit weird here. I'm not exactly sure if I'm covering up the mic when I'm holding the camera, and I'm not using my actual microphone. I'm just using the camera's microphone, so hopefully I haven't put my thumb over where the microphone hits. And so yeah, the glare is pretty intense there. You can see my kitchen over there. But I do like opening the windows, and I do that in the morning so that way I don't have to worry about the sunlight or the lights here flickering on and scaring them, because that way I just have the natural sunrise. Let's see if we can find any more of those tiny, tiny, tiny ones from yesterday or the day before. Get into focus. There you are. Oh, they're so tiny. You don't notice how tiny they are until another fish swims near them. So yeah, for those who don't know the story of this tank, I started with around 20 neon tetras, then a bunch of them died, then I'd refill up to about 20, then a bunch of them died again, and then I got a few more and got 20, and I thought, you know what, I'll just get a few guppies. I got 7 guppies, and then some of the other tetras died, and now I'm down to just 3 tetras, and those, I think it was 2 males and 5 female guppies. Within a week there was a ton of them. And then now there's just so many guppies, and I was afraid that there weren't enough spots for the fry to hide and survive all the way up till adulthood, but I can't tell you how many generations of fish there have been now. So there's this one up here. Oh, and for those who don't know, fish have a dot on the top of their head. Let's see if I can... Well, I can't zoom in anymore. You can see there's a dot right there in the middle, right? So I think you can see it there pretty well on that fish. It has a dark spot on top of its head right in between its 2 eyes. that dark spot is like a daylight sensor. So when it has a shadow cast over top of it, it knows there's a predator above it and it needs to hide. It's a way for it to change and notice the daytime. However, in humans, that third eye thing has actually gone inside our brain. So we don't use it anymore to sense daylight, but that thing is now inside of our brain, and that tiny little dot is what produces melatonin. Whoa, where'd that guy come from? So they just disappeared underneath the lily pads, but yeah, that dot is now inside of our brains, and that's the area that creates melatonin, which melatonin is what makes you sleepy. So I think that's pretty interesting that a daylight sensor turned into something to produce the effects of, oh, it's daylight, time to wake up, oh, it's nighttime, time to go to sleep. So those effects, ooh, I love that blue, that looks so cool from above. Sometimes you can't see the colors as vividly. Sometimes you can't see the colors as vividly through the glass as you can from above through the water. But yeah, that dot that they all have on the top of their head is a daylight sensor, and it eventually evolved all the way up in humans for us to be a melatonin producer. And I'm already down to half battery already just because I turned up the brightness. So there's a bit of algae there. That's from the sunlight and the fact that I have this light here beaming in, and it's set to a very high Kelvin, I think that's the color. I love how some of them do their little body wiggle because they their tails are so big they can't they just need to wiggle in order to move. I think it's really funny. But yeah, there is some algae here, but this is the only algae in the entire tank. And yeah, it's been there for such a long time, and I just let the snails get rid of it, or I'll scrape it off sometimes with, you know, those like plastic rulers that you had in school that bend a lot? They work really well because they don't scrape the glass here. So I think this is probably it. I'm going to leave this on a tripod now. You can see the fish just being by themselves, but I think I need to go lie down. So I'll get this video edited and online for you guys so you can at least enjoy something, and let's look and see if we can find a few more tiny fry first. Tiny fry. Oh, whoa, that one's itty bitty. You saw that one over there, right? So some of them are tiny, and some of them are tiny on a whole other level. Where'd that one go? I can't even, oh, there it is. You see it now, right? They're so tiny, they just look like bits of things just floating in the water. They don't even look like they're fish. So I saw those and I'm like, oh, that's so tiny, I have to share that with you guys. Look how itty bitty it is. I lost it again. It's there, it's right there. And there's a bunch more like that. So I'm gonna go put this on a tripod and cook some food, and then you guys can enjoy the nice still aquarium. And thanks very much for watching. If you want some more stuff like this, and just let me know. Just leave this video a like and a subscribe, and it'll let me know that you want some more fish video. I usually don't share the fish. I usually just leave this for like an emergency day when I need something to film, so I don't need to spend hours online looking for content, and I don't need to spend hours doing the audio leveling, because I just film the fish, and the fish have their own audio and their own video. So it's super, super easy for me to make a video about my fish. But if you want that in the future, then just let me know. I'd be happy to share more. But I just assumed that this video was more about the lore stuff and the music. But if you're happy with some more fish videos in the future, and you have any questions or anything like that, just let me know. I'm happy to answer any of the questions. I've had these fish for a few years now, and I feel like I really, really like having fish. It's great that I don't have to take my fish out for a walk. As a disabled person who spends so much of their time inside, fish are just like the perfect pets for me. Especially guppies, because there's just always more of them. Always, always more. So I've got all the lily pads up top. I've got this thing holding a pump over here. I've got a bunch of vice grips holding things together. This one's holding it's holding this tube right to the side just in case these suction cups go away, so this doesn't fly all over the place and spill water. And this third one is holding the other pump. So it does look pretty ramshackle, but it's actually super, super sturdy, super, super safe. I can't like move or do anything like that. And you can see just how much the lily pads are growing over here. They've completely overgrown this side. And only that one is from the left side lily pads. You can tell by the purple. That one I think is from the right. There's some purple, so that's a left. But all the purple ones there, they're not growing towards the sun quite as well. Hopefully in a few more months they'll be doing just as good as the other ones, but you can tell by how green they are that they're at least healthy, even if they're not like that cable thick length. Did I say length? I meant thickness. So obviously, yeah, I can't think straight. I'll just put this on a tripod. You can enjoy the rest of this. So thanks very much for watching, everyone. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Leave this video a like if you want to see more of my fish in the future. Oh, that one's tail's completely gone. That one's a super old one now. Yeah, subscribe for daily videos. I make at least one video every day, even if it's just a video of me filming my fish for you guys, because I think that would be something you guys might enjoy. Yeah, leave any questions or suggestions in the comments below. I'd be happy to share anything or answer any of the questions you have. And I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Thanks very much for watching. Have a great day.